Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of The Early Bird. I'm Michael, and today we'll be discussing Gary Player. For those of you that don't know who Gary Player is, he is South Africa's #1 golfer of all time and probably considered in the top 10 list of golfers to have ever played the sport. He has something like 164 professional wins, and those include 9 major titles. He's currently 84 years old, and if you had to see him, you would not be able to say that. He looks 60 and probably has the fitness of a 30-year-old man. To prepare for this, I did some research on Gary, and I found out that he's a big proponent of moving with purpose, taking stairs, walking at a brisk pace, but always moving to try and burn calories basically. At the age of 84, he still works out 4 times a week, and he's incredible. His workouts include air squats. He says about doing 100. Then he does say he does 1,300 sit-ups / crunches. So I went to go and research videos of him doing those, and they're just small crunches, but 1,300 4 times a week. That's going to be a toughie to reenact. And then he speaks about going for sprinting on the treadmill for 10 minutes in those 4 days. He also speaks about stretching and staying mobile, and he does reference a Williams exercise, which just looks like a tuck and roll of some sort. I read in an article that in his younger years, Gary used to sit in the Tai Chi position in front of the mirror and for 4 minutes and slap himself across the face. And in between slaps, he would instill a principle that he wanted to have in his life. So he would slap himself and say, have good manners, slap himself, speak correctly. And he then associated that, he used the same technique to associate principles for golf later in his life. When you're hearing this, you're probably thinking, like, that's really strange. And I can't disagree with you at all. But it's not the first time I heard it, so it wasn't a once-off that he just said in a random interview. I watched the documentary on him as well, and he spoke about doing it. And he said this really did help him later in his golfing career. He was able to face big crowds and just shut out the pressures from the outside world. Last thing Gary does speak about is eating correctly and fueling your body for living. And you can't argue with Gary when he says that, because, as I said, his body is unreal for an 84-year-old man. So we're going to take all those pieces from Gary's life and try and implement that into a morning routine. That's going to be every morning I'm going to sit in the Tai Chi position, Tai Chi squat, and slap myself across the face 30 times. And in between slaps I'll implement things that I want to get into my life. And hopefully they'll be able to drum it in. And then 4 times in the week I'm going to do his workout, which would be 100 air squats, 1,300 sit-ups / crunches. Not looking forward to that at all. I'm gonna do a bit of flexibility, and specifically that Williams stretch that he speaks about, and then I will go run for 10 minutes sprints. I don't have a treadmill, and okay, thanks for watching, guys. Let's see how this goes. I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully we'll be able to take pieces of that. I don't think I'm going to take 1,300 sit-ups into my routine, but you never know, maybe it's not as bad as it seems.